What's up, Bomb Squad? It's episode 15 of TNT. It's Wednesday, May 9th. I'm joined by Tones, of course. Tones, you had a day off today.
Oh
Go
yeah,
figure. On a Wednesday.
I don't know Wednesday. Go figure. Yeah, no, I mean it's Mother's Day weekend this weekend, so real
So might as
busy
well
at
just
my
take
job.
off. Yeah, okay. That's good.
Yeah, so everybody wants lobsters this weekend, so you gotta be there for
Yeah.
that. So I got Wednesday off.
Yep.
But yep,
Wait,
but
wait, wait. Did you say everybody wants lobster this weekend?
yep.
I thought you were talking about your family. You're talking
No,
about
no,
your
no.
job because
Yeah, my
I
job.
found out you hate seafood last week.
Yeah, no, I don't. I don't partake, but other people do. A lot of other people do.
Yeah, most. I'd say 99%.
Mm,
No.
maybe 75.
75. That's a good number.
Yeah.
But anyway, so before we get into today's show, we have an update on the birds that shit on Tone's car in his driveway. So we've talked about several remedies, such as murdering the birds or shooting them or just kind of scaring them away. So Tones has built a scarecrow.
Yeah.
Didn't even think about this. So please explain.
So I didn't want to have to get so drastic where I'm out here murdering birds just yet. That's still on the table, but I want to try to, it's kind of a last resort. But yeah, I decided like what could I do to scare these birds away? And I'm thinking, I was like, I could build a scarecrow. That's what they're for, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you lodged it right up next to the car where
Yep.
they normally shit.
Yeah.
We'll put the picture of it up on Twitter. It's a very badass looking Viking with Bret Hart glasses,
Yep.
fucking scarecrow.
Yep. He's got his Wu-Tang t-shirt on.
I think it will work.
I hope so. I really hope it does.
And the thing is, too, if it does work, then like the Tones property is going to have a fucking Viking scarecrow on their lawn for the entire summer until they migrate.
Yeah, my mom's not too happy about that, but we'll see how long it lasts.
Does she at least understand?
She gets it. She just doesn't think it's going to work, and she thinks it's ugly.
Well, yeah. I mean, like, my mom would absolutely not allow it if I had to do that at their house.
I know. I'm surprised, but yeah, I mean, we're also trying to come up with a name for it. So we're actually going to put a poll on Twitter. So right now we're between Ivar the Brainless, because I don't know if you ever watched the show Vikings, but there's a character Ivar the Boneless, and he's in Viking lore and everything. But since it's a scarecrow and he doesn't have a brain,
Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz, yeah, exactly. Vis-a-vis Wizard of Oz. So Ivar the Brainless or Birdface Killer because of the Wu-Tang shirt. So
yep. Or if you just want to, if you want to comment below the poll, if you want to see, if you want it to be named Steven or Jonathan.
We're open to other ones. Jeff. Hey, Jeff.
Yeah, exactly. So we'll figure it out. But yeah, we'll put that up on Twitter. It's awesome. I really do think it will work. I'm gonna be fascinated to see if you go out tomorrow morning and see your scarecrow just doused in bird shit. Like they just don't care. How high is the tree?
Well, it's not a tree. There's actually because it's like right next on the side of my house.
So they're up on top of the house.
I thought that, but then I saw it today when I was actually making the scarecrow. There's a pretty big bush on the side of my house, and I saw multiple birds fly out of there.
Oh,
so I think they're high, and the bush is directly next to my car. So I'm guessing they just they don't want to shit in their house. They just fly out real quick and just shit, and then
oh man. So this will definitely work.
Yeah, better.
If they had the high ground, I'd say it'd be a good fight. But if they have to do drive-by poops, then and there's a scarecrow with a Viking helmet on, there's no way that they're gonna keep doing that. Or they just go to the trunk of the car. Yeah. They're gonna test the scarecrow. They're gonna test its limits and see if it moves. And they're like, dude, this guy is fake. I'm telling you. They got a fake guy blocking our bathroom.
He ain't gonna do shit.
All right. So rundown of today's show. So we get some sports talk, some baseball talk. And then we're going to jump into our world famous segments as always. And then we're going to wrap up the show. But first, we got some news stories. Hold
on. Is it good or bad news?
It's bad news. I'm afraid it's bad news. We got a couple of bad news stories. So the first story will keep you updated. We talked about the Kilauea volcano. It's still going on. And now they apparently need to worry about acid rain. So if the wind doesn't pick up before this weekend, when they're supposed to get rain, then they will have acid rain and heavy fog, volcanic fog. Yeah, so I just assume that's just acid fog. It's just poison.
Well, you know what it was? I was reading a little bit about it, and there's all these since the first initial eruption, there's been other smaller eruptions around the island.
Yeah,
I guess the pressure building up. And all that smoke's just going up in the air. and if it doesn't, the wind doesn't blow it away. They're supposed to get rain this weekend. All that whole natural rain cycle is going to kind of get it all into
recycle the molten lava,
the VOG, the VOG chemicals, and it's going to come back down. They're saying like they don't know how unhealthy it is for humans, but it could like corrode like metal and shit. So it definitely can't be good for humans.
Oh, for sure not if it can corrode metal.
They said it's similar effect to like battery acid, like on a smaller scale. So that's not good. That's not good.
You know, it'd be interesting using like molten lava, like and toss it on some logs and smoke barbecue meat that way, like lava barbecue.
Interesting.
Definitely not slow cook it though. That would just pretty much be grilling in the end, I'm sure.
Flash frying.
Yeah. But I mean, what do you? The rates of going to Hawaii for a vacation right now probably looking pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, you have the whole acid rain and VOG to deal with, but other than that, I mean, it's a steal. No, but seriously, I mean, I saw a video of like it was just like a normal like a street, and then the lava was just kind of slowly piling down the street, and someone's car is just sitting there and just walked. It just rolls up like they weren't in the car, but it just rolled up to the car and the car just burst into flames.
Oh
like,
my God.
Like that sucks. You come back from work and your car is just like in lava.
Yeah. Like my first exposure to lava was probably Terminator 2 Judgment Day. It's not lava, but it's kind of is like the molten.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like it's pretty much when you put the Terminator in there, it bursts into flames. So that's pretty much what I'm thinking about when it's a car. So,
yeah. No, that's exactly what it was like.
I hope that guy has lava insurance. Speaking of which, volcano insurance, I actually went down that rabbit hole. Most like insurance companies do not offer volcano insurance.
I would imagine. I mean, unless you live in Hawaii or like Mount St. Helens.
They classify it like you know what you were getting yourself into. Like you knew that this came with the turf kind of thing.
That's fair. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, it's kind of it's not. I don't know if it's bullshit, but like, cause like there's tornado insurance, but those are unpredictable sort of thing. But like when you move to an active volcano, you're that close to it. They're just like, fuck this. Yeah, I am covering. God, imagine this thing seriously blows like full out Mount St. Helens and just destroys this whole town. We ain't covering that.
No,
shouldn't lived here.
That's when you just kind of. It's like, all right, I guess we'll just move on. Forget this ever happened.
Yeah, exactly. So, all right. So that's bad news. Story number one. So bad news story number two, a little bit more intense, you know, but it's from a foreign country. So, you know, we like to follow that protocol. So rogue dogs are in India. They're killing kids. It's bad. It's all bad. I don't know how the dogs got out there. They're out there though. And they're like running in packs. So stray dogs have unleashed a reign of terror in Siddipur, Uttar Pradesh. The dogs so far have claimed 6 lives in the last 7 days in the area. Media reports say 12 hashtag children have been killed to date. Now villagers have begun indiscriminately killing hashtag dogs. Those are, I don't know why they had to put the hashtag children and dogs. Now children and dogs are trending on Twitter for bad reasons.
I was going to ask that, but yeah, it's
So what do you think about these killer dogs running around India?
It's wild. I mean, it's kind of some like is it wild? Yeah, it's wild. Imagine those killer dogs running around here.
Oh yeah, I was saying like it's totally wild.
That's actually you ever heard of the show The Leftovers?
Yeah, I watched the first couple episodes and was fascinated by it, but I don't watch TV shows. I lost interest really quickly.
So in that show, basically, like a small percentage, like maybe like 10% of the world's population just disappears all at the same time.
Did they all go to heaven?
So
are we allowed to spoil that?
What happens is, like, I guess there were some people that had dogs that once they disappeared, they just didn't have owners. So there was these like packs of wild dogs that would just kind of roam the town, and like they started attacking people, and then there was people who would come back and shoot the dogs and hunt them, and it was like a whole thing. But
do you think that's what's happening here?
I do. I think that's something like that. No, I mean seriously, if you have a dog, and let's say like maybe not, 10% of the people in that town disappeared, but let's say it's a poor town, they don't have money to feed the dogs too. They just let them run off. These dogs got to eat. And they say, hey, you're a dog, I'm a dog, we got to eat, let's go get our bone. And they just, I guess, kids they got meat on them, and they're not very fast, and they're kind of stupid. Easy target.
Yeah. Damn. It sucks. Those damn dogs. I mean, India is pretty much going through a couple episodes of The Leftovers, I guess.
they have been for like thousands of years.
Yeah, they have. It stinks, I mean, you got dogs running around, it's hot. Probably smells. It's just you don't want to go to India. It stinks over there.
No.
But anyway, yeah. So that's our bad news. A lot of bad news out there, folks. We're sorry to report it, but that's how we like to open up our show. So anyway, with that, we're going to jump right into sports real quick and then our segments. So real quick, James Paxton, rest in peace, Bill Paxton. He threw a no-hitter the other day in Toronto, 3 walks and 7 Ks. So he looked pretty good. So that's the 3rd no-hitter this year. It's the 2nd one that happened outside of the United States. So Paxton threw it in Canada. The Dodgers had a combined no-hitter in Mexico against the Padres, who stink, obviously. Correct. And then Manaea in Oakland. So, no-hitters are fun. Perfect games are fun. They're impossible to predict. So that's why I wanted to ask you, Tones, would you want to bet $100? Both of us will say right now we're going to predict who throws the next no-hitter or perfect game this season. And if one of us wins, one of us has to pay the other $100. And if none of us wins, dead bet. But it'll be a fun little lingering bet that we'll have throughout our podcast. So,
okay.
You got anybody in the top of your head who you think is going to throw the next no-hitter perfect game?
I'm going to stick with my Cy Young pick, and I'm going to pick Severino, just kind of double down. So if it does happen, like it's like really cool because it's a Yankee and I won $100.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to double down with that.
All right. So Severino, you're all in. You got him as your mortal lock Cy Young. He's going to have a no-hitter and a perfect game. That'll help. I'll tell you. I am going to go with, I'm going to go with Charlie Morton.
Okay.
I was thinking of all 3 of the, Musketeers there in Houston. They've almost done it already. They've already, each of them have taken it through 6 innings. So I think Morton has the nastiest stuff to like perform a perfect game. If all the planets align with his pitches, I could see it. I could see a perfect game.
Yeah, no, he does have no-hit stuff. I mean, like you were saying, though, it's so hard to predict this stuff because it's always the most random people.
Oh, yeah.
So that's why I didn't, go with, an educated choice. I was just like, I want to see Severino do it. So, I'm just going to double down.
Yeah, I was going to pick somebody like Chris Stratton in San Francisco, some, a guy with, a 4.25 ERA. Some guys
that do it.
Got, solid stuff here and there, but he can never put it together. And then they piece it together. Bada bing, perfect game. So we'll see. So we'll write that down. So I got Charlie Morton. You got Luis Severino. So we'll see. Any perfect game, no hitters going. The winner gets $100. All right. So that'll be fun. So moving on. So the Mets today, bat out of order in the first inning, automatic out, which means that Mickey Callaway handed the umps the wrong lineup card, or he just gave him the lineup card and went to the dugout and immediately changed it and didn't know the rules. Yeah. But how stupid could you be? This is so fucking Mets. There's so many opportunities to realize that you're in the wrong spot in your lineup. I mean, the guy announces the name to go to the batter's box, now batting Jay Bruce, and if it's fucking Flores is in the batter, why would you walk up? It's not your name, you idiot. Go check.
Yeah, and they also, they have, I don't know what stadium they're in, but most stadiums have the lineup on the giant scoreboard in center field.
Yeah, it doesn't even matter if you're home or away. They have the massive thing just sitting up there for minutes. And then if your name isn't called and you're gonna be something's up, and go make sure that it's your spot in the lineup. It's a home game too. That's what it was. It was in City. So your walk-up music too, if it's not they probably just assume that the PR department was having a nightmare. Oh my God, they fucked up my name and my walk-up music. Man, Jesus. Talk about the Mets being the Mets, huh? You go up and then you get out because you're batting in the wrong fucking part of the lineup. So Jesus Christ. Mickey Callaway went from the savior for Mets fans to quickly just fucking
clown.
They started the season 11-1, and they're 17-18 now.
Yeah, that's bad. That's real bad.
That's so bad.
And you had Harvey run himself off the team. DeGrom is hurt now.
And before we even, because Matt Harvey's our next thing, can we get a little soundbite for our New York Mets listeners?
Yeah.
I'm sure Mets fans are just they had a nice little 11-1 start. Oh, it's going to be great. But no, it's meet the Mets.
I love talking to these Mets fans after 2 weeks, and they're just talking all this shit. I was all right,
they're the worst.
I was I'll see you in July when you're in 4th place.
When everybody's hurt, you stink. Yeah. Everybody hates your team.
Yeah.
In the offseason, they're just no, we're gonna be fine. We're gonna get the wild card spot. It's no, you're not. You're not at all. You're not gonna your pitching rotation is solid. You have Thor. And you have DeGrom, but really after that, it wasn't that great. And they were banking no, Harvey's going to be fine. No, he's not. Now he's gone.
Yeah.
Matt sucks. fucking Giselman's in the bullpen now, who's solid, but he can't start. Wheeler's like pretty much a dead man who can still throw the ball a little bit somehow. Like Ramos was a mistake.
Yeah, and like they went out, they got Todd Frazier, they got Jay Bruce. Like, oh, like these are the guys.
Frazier's their best player.
I know, but like, how long do you think that's gonna last? Like, that's not gonna last that much longer. Like,
if Todd Frazier's your best player, it's not good.
No. He's like a 220, 230 hitter, and he'll hit like 30-something home runs, which, like, I guess, okay, that's cool, but that's literally all he hits is home runs.
Yeah, but he's also really clutch because he was awesome for us.
Yeah,
he's still been doing those things for him. But I think he just actually went down too with an injury, so that's kind of explained through fall.
No, I mean, I loved Frazier last year, but he wasn't our best player.
No, not even close.
No, exactly. He was that role player. They brought him in to play some defense at there. That he could do. He could play defense, but it was just like he can't be your guy. Like he's not that guy.
Yeah, no, and like their lineup is just like they're just like, no, dude, like Jay Bruce is really good. It's like, no, he's not.
No, he's the same thing with Todd Frazier. He's just a pasty white guy that strikes out a lot and hits a lot of home runs.
Exactly, and then low key, like while everybody's giving Stanton so much shit for striking out so much in the beginning of the season, Cespedes was striking out more than him.
Yeah,
it's just that nobody cares about the Mets, so nobody talked about it. But anyway, so Matt Harvey, he's been traded to the Reds. So the Mets got their catcher Devin Mesoraco. Not going to work here anymore. Got him. But no, that guy was actually really good. Like one time, like 2010 or something. I don't know. He was like an all-star. That's what all the Mets fans are telling me. The stupid Kyle Met fans.
He was an all-star in 2010.
Can we get? I got a sound clip. Okay, I'll tell you after the show because it's going to be perfect for Mets fans.
Okay.
But yeah, so the way that the deal works, so this guy was making $14 million this year, that catcher. So the Reds are going to keep that $14 million and then get Harvey, and the Mets will keep Harvey's $5 million contract for the year. So, I mean, the Mets they traded him, which is a win because you knew they were going to cut him after he got DFA'd. So I guess the Reds didn't want anybody else to get a shot at him, so they made this trade. So what do you think? Is this a good move or a bad news? I mean, bad move for the shitty ass Cincinnati Reds. Bad news.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, I don't really understand this move. I mean, I guess like they're so bad, they're just like, hey, we'll try anything. You know. Yeah. I mean, I could kind of see if like a team. Like a team like the Yankees or the Indians or somebody that's like good and just like has the time to like put him in the minors and just let him figure his shit out.
Well, he didn't. That's his whole thing. He wants to fucking start now. So like,
I know, but like you'd have to like talk to him before. Like, listen, like we'll give you a shot. Like you just have to. Like he would have to agree to do it. Obviously, he would have to agree, but
which is bullshit because he's got a 7.
I know.
Right. He's being such a dick about getting sent down.
I agree, but if you say to him like, "Listen, you're not on the Mets anymore. Like, you have a chance to win a World Series here. You got to figure your shit out, though." Yeah. If you say that to him and he agrees, why not take a chance?
I have a theory that the Mets are so pissed off at Matt Harvey that like they probably got a few deals and they just took this once. That way they can send him into the middle of nowhere, Ohio. Cincinnati's kind of nice, but it's Cincinnati. It's not New York City. And they're the worst team in baseball other than like the A's and the Orioles. They're definitely the worst team out in the NL. They're not looking like they're going to be good anytime soon. They're like just like leaning on Joey Votto, who's old.
Yeah, was he 36, 37? Like he's not around much longer.
No. And they're just like, hey, Harvey, go fucking play with Cincinnati. Go have fun, you piece of shit. Like,
they're playing them now too, right? So I feel like it was almost like, all right, this is the quickest way to get rid of him. Like he can just walk across the field.
Yeah,
and he's on the other team.
Oh, man. You got to love it. Can you hear that squeaking, by the way?
A little bit, yeah.
Jumbies! Shut the fuck up!
What is that?
My fucking cat with their stupid fucking mouse toy. I hate that thing. Whenever I'm on the phone, like when I work from home and I'm on conference calls, that's when she decides to play with the fucking thing. I just built her this huge thing too today. Took me like an hour and a half. I like got drunk and ordered. I had a drunken purchase. Remember that segment?
Yep.
I ordered this like kitty Wonderland thing for like $80.
Like a big like scratch post kind of thing. Like,
yeah, but it's like a tower, so she can like get up on a ladder and like sit in one level, then take another ladder. She hasn't even touched it yet. First of all, it's pissing me off. I keep like picking her up, put her on it. Like, you see, now you can look out the window. That slut, and then she just like meows and jumps right off and plays with the fucking mouse while I'm trying to record.
So put the mouse in the tower.
Yeah, I should. I always have to hide. I forgot to hide it today. Usually I always do because she always does that. But anyway, have I even explained to the listeners of Jambalaya my 12-year-old adopted fat shit cat who I bought for the sole reason of keeping mice out of my apartment?
You haven't, but you've alluded to her. a few times.
Yeah, so Jambalaya is a rescue cat that I literally just went in and got for $15 because I had a serious mouse problem. No matter how clean I kept the place, it's Baltimore. It's a dirty city. Mice always get in. And my neighbor said, if you get a cat, you'll never see a mouse again. And this is after I bought hundreds of dollars worth of mouse traps at Ace Hardware and put them like everywhere around my apartment, and I'd still see them. So ever since I got the cat, there hasn't been any mice sightings, but she's a pain in the ass.
Yeah.
So. And she's very fat and she's borderline diabetic. So we got to watch the diet too. So I'm hoping she climbs this thing up and down and loses some weight, because it's right next to the window where the sun shines in so she can work a sweat. It's very strategical. A lot of thought to it today. So anyway, with that, we're going to take a quick commercial break. And then after that, we're going to get to our world famous segments. All right. Welcome back. We have our world famous segments. Taylor Hicks, would you please do us the honor? Thank you, T. Hicks. So with the past few episodes, we've been starting off with a riddle. Tones has been nailing them. I really want to get him. We were going to take a break from this, but I'm like, fuck it. No, I'm going to really try to get you today. But I'm still, I don't know if, we'll have to see. I'll read the riddle. All right. So Tones has 1 minute to solve the riddle. We'll cue the background song. And then once it becomes a minute and he hasn't solved it, then he loses. If he solves it within the minute, then he wins again.
So hold on, before we start, am I 2-0 or 3-0?
3-0. Okay. You've been rocking and rolling through these. So let me get my stopwatch out real quick. Excuse me. All right.
Damn.
So Tones.
Yep.
What comes once in a minute, twice in a moment, but never in 1,000 years?
Okay. Once in a minute, twice in a moment, never in 1,000 years.
This is the farthest we've ever gotten into a riddle challenge.
The letter M.
Fuck.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep.
Let's go. Let's go.
Damn it.
Let's go.
God damn it. I knew like it was difficult, but it was achievable. Like that's what I always try to do, but because the ones that are like impossible are just like they don't make any sense.
Yeah. No, that was a good one. I like that.
Yeah, they're just like, what's a TV with the computer screen on top of a mother with a grandson? A chef. Shit like that. And I'm like, I don't get that. I can't make it that.
No, it totally makes sense.
Yeah. So that was good. All right. So you're 4-0. You rock the riddle again.
That was good though. That was like maybe 20, 25 seconds.
A little brain exercise. All right, so that's segment 1. So moving to segment 2, we got Ask a Gay. What do you got?
Okay. Is it gay to make eye contact while you're at the urinal?
In what way? Like staring?
I mean, so I was at work the other day, and one of the dudes that I work with, like we were talking to each other, walking to the bathroom. And we both walked up to, different urinals, not the same urinal. We walked up to the urinals and like we're still talking. And out of the corner of my eye, I see him like looking like right at me, like directly at me. And he's a little bit shorter, so I knew he couldn't like see my dick. And it was just like he kept like looking at me, and like I looked over and like we were just like having a conversation like that. Like it just felt really weird. Like I don't know, is that?
Yeah, that's gay. That guy's part, not you. You're just like, what the fuck is he staring at, sort of thing. Because right. You feel his eyes burning like on the side of your cheeks, sort of thing.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah. It was just like, and he's just talking, like looking like directly at me, and like I like turned my head, like I would look at him, but I didn't actually like look at him.
Were you were talking?
Yeah. We had a conversation.
Oh, okay. I thought it was just like he was staring at you. No. All right, then no, that's not gay. That's just okay. Being like an alpha on you. Just being, I'm taking a piss. So fucking what? We all dicks. So I'm gonna fucking look right.
So I got flexed on. Is that what you're saying?
You got flexed on. Yeah.
I got emasculated. Yeah. No, I mean it was a conversation that started before we walked into the bathroom and kept going like throughout the piss. And he was like talking directly at me. And
it's a confident man right there.
Yeah. No, I have to respect the move, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at that. I don't like even making eye contact. Like at all. I don't like making eye contact with people. Don't look at me.
I'm a big eye contact guy because I don't pay attention when people speak. Like I'm not really good at that when it comes to like business stuff. So I'll just like eye contact's a must to make it seem like I am, and like I'll retain certain bits that are important, and then like figure it out later.
You just get lost in their eyes.
Yeah, I just judge. I just judge the shit out of them. This fucking guy with this stupid fucking shirt.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So.
Yeah. I don't
you don't like the eye contact?
I don't like the eye contact. Don't look at me. Who are you? Did I say you can look at me?
So that brings us to Ask Us Straight, our third segment. So, Tones, which hair color girls are the weirdest and wildest in the sack? Not weirdest, just wildest. Actually, I misread wildest. So, personal experience or what you've seen on pornographic films? Who's like the wildest? Is it the blondes? Is it the redheads? Is it the brunettes?
See,
did the gray hairs?
The gray hairs, yeah, it's the gray hairs. No,
gilfs.
I mean, I've never been with a redheaded chick, but I've heard that like they're crazy in the sack. Like they're just.
Bruce Springsteen says that like a million times, like low key, in a lot of his songs are all about redheaded women going wild in the sack.
Yeah, no, but I haven't been with the red. I'm more of the olive skin, darker hair.
Olive skin? What, like Shrek?
That's green, you dick. You know, olive, like kind of like a little tan, like a little olive the olive oil complexion. That's what I meant.
Okay.
You Shrek. No, I mean, just girls in general are crazy. I mean, Hispanic, yeah, especially like Spanish chicks. Spanish chicks are wild. So I guess the darker hair, most of them have darker hair. So I guess you could go with that just because of pure numbers.
Based on the number, based on the stats.
Yeah, based on the number.
You could say the Latinas.
Yeah, you know, scientifically speaking, but they're all crazy.
Yeah,
they're all nuts.
Like in the sack? I don't think so.
Oh well, I mean, like no, not all of them like that. They're all just crazy, and some of that translates over. But
okay,
yeah,
all right.
Like there's the whole saying like women are from Venus or Mars or whatever. We're from different planets.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, I still haven't figured it out.
Maybe I'll watch some straight porn and like do some scouting, like watch it like legitimately, like an NFL scout, and just like say like
notes.
You got a 2 redhead. Take a lot of dick.
The big redhead.
Just real loud, real wild. All right, so that brings us to our 4th segment out of 6. So we have a Tones Bones.
Yep. So yeah,
you got a lot on your mind.
Yeah, yesterday, I went to the Yankee game, Yankees Sox. Great game. It was awesome. Big win, huge win. Honestly, I think I was texting you. You know, the atmosphere in the stadium was something I hadn't seen in a while.
Yeah,
like that like intensity, that passion from the fans, like especially against the Sox. Like, you know, I just love the whole like everyone just goes after the Red Sox fans just relentlessly.
Yeah, it came through the TV pretty well too.
Yeah, and Joe Kelly, everyone booed the shit out of him.
Remember I was texting you? He was fucking rattled.
Yeah. I saw he was worried that someone was going to throw something at him while he's on the field.
We have nets up all over the fucking place.
I know he's a big old pussy, but
4 eyes.
to get to my bone, this is my 3rd game I've been to this year, and so far out of all the beers I've bought, I've had 3 cups that have had a leak in the bottom.
Whoa!
It's just like a little tiny crack. Like it's not like continuously pouring out, but it drips.
So we got defected cups in Yankee Stadium.
Yes, exactly. Okay. And I was.
Are they like the souvenir cups, or are they like see-through plastic cups?
I
missed it. What did you say you cut off?
The plastic cups.
So the souvenir ones, like the blue Yankee ones?
No, the see-through ones, like the cheap, disposable ones. Yeah, and I mean, I've been to 3 games. I mean, I don't count my beers because I'm not a basic bro, but out of them, I've had 3 beers that have leaked on me. Like I'll be walking back to my seat. I got my food in one hand, and I got like my drink like under my arm, kind of, and then I got my ticket in the other hand. So I'm just like, I just show it to the guy, and I just walk down, and I get back to my seat. My entire jersey is just soaked in beer.
Oh, that's just the worst too. And then like you got to walk back and you reek like beer. People just assume that you're drunk and spill it on yourself.
Exactly. Yeah,
been there, man.
it's the word. Yeah, we know you've been there. Yeah, but it's just like it's really because you pay a lot of money for a beer there. It's not even
Yes, it sounds like the bone is with the Yankees trying to like save a quick buck on like the cups that they use to serve beer. Like,
Yeah.
what a defect.
And even the guy next to me, was like, at one point his beer was dripping. He's like, "Oh shit, there's a hole in my beer." So
I wonder if the Yankees are doing it on purpose. That way you keep buying more beer because it's leaking out.
it's very possible. I wouldn't put it past them, scumbags.
I wouldn't put it past them either. That reminds me too, for those listening who are Dunkin' Donuts coffee drinkers, the lids are like sometimes defected or if they don't put it on right. So like I'd say 1 cup of coffee out of every like 20. When you take a sip of it, it'll dribble out of the lid like underneath the part where you're drinking out of and get right onto your work pants. And it is the most infuriating fucking thing to get coffee spilled on you because it's sticky and it smells and it stains depending on the kind of pants you're wearing. Oh my God, there's nothing. It ruins your fucking day.
It's a conspiracy by Big Pants. The Big Pants industry.
I mean, like I've mentioned on the show before, because I haven't mastered the shake off when you're done pissing. I always have to wear black pants anyway, so I don't have to worry about the stains showing up. But the smell and just like every time you take a sip, you got to like plug the bleeding because like once it starts going, you can't readjust the lid. You're fucked. It's just the way that those cups go. But I have a bone, legit one. So I got a bone. It's just I was just thinking about stuff I got bones to pick with. You know what? Activists. I don't like them. I don't like activists.
None
I hate
at
them,
all.
No, I hate them. If you're an activist and like I see you on my Twitter feed, like protesting or like mouthing, just like screaming into the camera, like you want to make a change for this, I'm gonna vote exactly against what you're talking about. I'm not even gonna listen. I'm gonna be like, you're fucking annoying. I'm out. I mean, you see things like people getting attacked by rogue dogs in India all over the place. Just chill the fuck out, people. You have it good here. Just fucking relax. It's every fucking second there's something new. There's people just saying like hashtag dogs too or something like that. Like anything people can fucking complain about. And I know it's a very small minority of people, but it just blows up on my fucking Twitter feed. And I just look at it and I shouldn't, but it riles me up. And I'm just like, you know what? Whatever this is, I'm against it. That's it. You're marching on Washington, D.C. for, let's see, save Canada, like whatever. I don't know.
Yeah.
Anything that you protest. If I see you walking down the streets with signs saying like, we want to change, fuck you, I'm out. I'm taking a very immediate stance against what you're doing in an aggressive way.
No, that's a good point. I mean, because a lot of these people, and the people you usually hear saying this shit aren't the ones who really like are at the heart of the movement. They're usually like the radical offshoots of like,
they come off like assholes who want attention.
Yeah, no, exactly. That's exactly what it is. They just want to.
They think they know everything, and they just want to fucking put up a sign and change the world. And it's like, all right, did you have fun today? You wasted your fucking Saturday doing this, by the way. It's not going to change.
Yeah, they just use whatever issue is like hot at the moment, and they use that to kind of get the attention. They just reach. They just reaching for attention, compliments, whatever. I mean, it's.
Whenever I see a march, I'm just like, do you know how stupid you look to the rest of the world? Do you see the shit that's going on out there? You think that's fake? You got fucking people living in deserts. They don't never even seen ice cream cones.
Yeah. And you're complaining about the chemicals in your ice cream cone. They don't even know what an ice cream cone is.
Unbelievable. But yeah, I will make that clear. That's the record. If I see you protesting on my Twitter, I am going to, unless it's outrageously like an agreeable concept, I'll help you out. But if it's like anything that's obscure, I'm going to go hard, balls to the wall, make sure that you do not get what you want.
So if someone comes out and they're like, the Holocaust was really bad, you're not going to disagree with them?
No, that goes back to what I was saying. If it's a very logical thing, of course, I'm going to be like, oh, that's good. It's a good thing to protest right there. Like the Holocaust, is a terrible thing.
Yeah, very bad.
It's good awareness. But if they're just like if it's like a 200-person march against like GMOs in their ice cream, like you brought up, I'm gonna be like, all right, I want ice cream nuked with genetically modified organisms. I want it fucking nuked with them, and I want these people to fucking know about it. That's what
I want to force feed them this ice cream.
Yeah, we have a new flavor. It's called GMO ice cream. Here you go, you bitch. So with that, we have our fifth segment. It was all a dream. So my dream drought is over. I had a dream 2 days ago, and Tones, you were part of it.
I was part of it. Oh,
you were part of it. No, it wasn't that bad.
Okay.
So it's a bizarre dream. It doesn't make any fucking sense, but I remember it. So I'm just going to tell it because that's the point of the segment. So you and I were podcasting at like my buddy's house who wasn't even there. We were just like using his house to do the show, right?
Yeah.
So we just hear like ramblings around like on the roof and like around the house. We're like, what the fuck is going on? So we go check it out. And there's these like little kids, like they're like probably like 7th graders, whole pack of them. And they're trying to like get on the roof to steal a wrench. They want to steal like a specific wrench.
Okay. I'm
and
getting
like
stepbrother vibes right now. They're gonna make us eat shit. Is that what's gonna happen?
Cool. So we're trying to figure it out, and then like I get up and like see, and I'm like, oh, it's these fucking kids trying to steal your wrench, Tones, and you're just what? You freaked out. You got so pissed. So then we like marched downstairs, and these kids were like, yeah, they're little fuckers, like you just brought up basically.
Yeah.
They're like little punks talking shit. You were just like ready to go, and I was like, now hold on. Let's see why they needed the wrench so bad. But like you're in the dream state, so you're just like slow, and I'm like trying to be the good cop, and you're the bad cop, and we're following him. And they give the wrench back to you, and I follow them so I can get their license plate and their car model, and then I'm going to call the police on them
because the whole plan. 7th graders can drive.
Yeah, they had a blue car, and I had their license plate. I was sitting right across like the road from it, sitting in the grass trying to type it in. But then you go into like the intense dream state where you're just like 7, like find it, and then the other kids are just staring at me like, "Oh, you're gonna call the cops, you narc?" And I was just like, "No," and then I woke up. So that was it. So that's what we do with that segment. You know, it's fun to talk about because the brain is when it's like kind of inactive and it's kind of running loose. Like it's just like, what is going on in there when I'm not doing anything?
I mean, at least your brain knows that I'm very protective of my wrenches.
Like a wrench, all that over a wrench. They were on the roof trying to get it.
Hey, why would my wrench be on the roof? What are you
trying to get your wrench, Tones? What? You fucking darted downstairs. We were on the street in like a half of a second, like walking after him. Man,
I'm not very fast, but when I need to be, I can get it done. You
were lightning. You pretty much just like. Have you ever seen Matilda when Miss Trunchbull like jumps off the fucking top of her?
Yeah.
Julia! That's pretty much what you were like. So anyway, so we'll keep those coming as long as we have them. That's the point of the segment. So then with our 6th and final segment before we get you on with your week, we're almost the weekend. Tomorrow's Thursday. I'm sure you have to work until Kingdom Come starting tomorrow. If you have today,
I'm working until the second coming.
Yeah. So we have a new segment. So it's called Stay Woke.
Stay woke. So basically, what we're gonna do is. It's probably not going to be every episode. It might end up being like a weekend thing.
It's a test. We'll see.
We're just trying it out. I really want to talk about this thing that I'm about to talk about. So basically,
Well, here, let me preface the segment too before we even jump into it. So basically, Tones knows a whole ton about conspiracy theories. He goes down these rabbit holes too. I'm not a big conspiracy theory guy. I mean, I just watched. The moon landing was a little whatever. Like we'll see. Think we went, but I don't know. We'll go it was a long time ago. But Toads is going to explain to us a conspiracy theory, and we'll discuss. And at the end of it, we'll determine whether or not it's crazy talk or if it's a legit case of hoopla. So, Tones, what's the conspiracy that you have?
So, this is called the Mandela effect. You ever heard of it?
I've heard of it, but I don't know what it is.
Okay, so it's named after Nelson Mandela. You know, the famous civil rights activist, South America, Morgan Freeman. Correct. He died in 2013, but when he died, there was a lot of people around the world who could vividly remember him dying back in the 80s when he was in prison. Like they remember the funeral, they described like the riots that happened after he died, everything.
Okay. You froze. So
what was the last thing you heard?
So 80s, he had a funeral and everything.
So people remember vividly that he died while he was in prison in the 80s. You know, they saw the funeral, they saw the riots, they saw everything. So basically the Mandela effect is a large misremembering of an event or a thing. So it's like, but so the theory is that it's parallel universes that kind of collide sometimes. So there's a parallel universe where in one universe, Mandela dies in the 80s. There's another one where he lives until 2013. And at some point, they cross over. So there's that memory of because you were there and you experienced it happening.
which is the wildest part.
Right. So there's that memory that's from the first, dimension or universe, or whatever, and then eventually they collide and it changes to the other path. But it's like I still remember that happened. So there's a couple instances. I'll give some more. So
well, before you, because I don't want you to spoil it, because the one I have in my mind is very vivid, and I know exactly what this is now. Is the Sinbad Kazam movie from the '90s?
Yes, exactly. Yep.
I fucking remember that the trailer like it was like it definitely happened. That movie was definitely made, and
absolutely.
It's just
yeah, no, it's exactly that was one of the things I was going to mention. It just never happened. There's no trace of it. There's nothing. Even Sinbad has said he hasn't.
Sinbad's like, what? What are you talking about?
Yeah, I was never a fucking genie.
Yeah.
But so there's that one. Silence the Lambs. Hannibal Lecter never says hello, Clarice. He never says that phrase exactly. I forgot exactly what he says, but that phrase is in another one in Star Wars. Darth Vader never says, Luke, I am your father. He says he's his father, but the Luke's never, like, everyone remembers, like, if you, like, that's such a famous line. There's so many TV shows, there's so many movies that say, Luke, I am your father.
Well, those are probably just instances of people reading after it and, like, people kind of just summarizing exactly what the quote was. And then just, I guess that's.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just, a large misremembering. What about now? Let me ask you this. Describe the Monopoly guy to me. Like, what are some characteristics he has?
He's got black top hat,
white
mustache, the monocle. That I knew there's something okay.
So everyone remembers him with the monocle, but he actually doesn't have the monocle.
Does he he doesn't?
No, he doesn't. Go look it up.
Oh man.
Now, you ever seen Snow White?
Well, yeah, kind of with the dwarves
at some point. Yeah, exactly. But before that, there's the evil queen,
like Druzy, all those guys.
Well, not even up to that point.
Okay.
But so there's the evil queen. She has the mirror, the mirror that she talks to. And she says something. Who's the fairest of them all? Do you know what she says before that?
No.
So
mirror on the wall.
That's what everyone thinks, but it's magic mirror on the wall.
Oh.
So it's another kind of like. Maybe
this just sounds like a long series of mistakes by people.
Yeah.
So this isn't really a conspiracy theory, is it? Or is it?
There's one more. What was it? Oh, okay. So I'm going to show you a picture right now. Okay, for everyone at home, look up King Henry like painting. So you've seen this guy before, right? He's a big fat English guy with like kind of the red beard.
Okay. Yeah, I can see him now.
Kind of what I'm saying.
Yeah, if he tilted the way that you just had it, yeah, I saw him. Okay.
Yeah. So have you ever seen a picture of him eating a chicken leg, that guy? Or a turkey leg?
I don't think so.
There's like that picture. It's like the waist up. Like a lot of people remember it. It's just like him kind of just gnawing on the turkey leg, basically. But that painting doesn't exist.
If that guy like traveled in time, like I could see him finding out about like turkey legs and like chowing down.
Yeah, no, it's exactly. But that's another painting that like many people remember, like, and even me, I vividly, I can see it in my head right now. It's kind of like a black backdrop, and he's wearing like darker clothes, and he's just got a big old turkey leg in his hand, but the painting just doesn't exist.
So to wrap this whole thing into one pretzel, if you will, are you saying that the Mandela effect is it's deja vu, parallel universes do exist, and they're hitting at a perfect time years later, which would mean that there's separate universes out there of reincarnated life, like that movie with Tom Hanks, the Atlas one, where it's like you're living in different places at different times sort of thing. And then you meet like 20 years later, and it's just like, bang, like same kind of memory. Yeah. Is that what it is?
Yeah, but yeah, more or less.
That's intense. I believe it only because of the Kazam and Sinbad thing. Because I was so, like, when I found out that didn't exist, like kind of recently, like a couple of years ago, I was like, what? That was stored. That was like, case was just solved. Like, all right, that movie happened. Let's proceed with life. 20 years later, what?
It just doesn't exist. Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. I don't know. I mean, a lot of these things I think could be explained away, kind of like with the, the Monopoly monocle, or the Luke, I'm your father, or even the Berenstein Bears.
What happened with the Berenstein Bears?
So the name, everyone thinks that it's spelled Berenstein, like Steen. Berenstein. It's Stain. Berenstain. It's the Berenstain Bears. So everyone thinks like you could see the cover of the book.
Berenstain Bears.
Yeah, I know. As everyone's like another one. Fruit Loops. How do you spell Fruit Loops?
FROOTLOOPS.
Okay, so you got it right. A lot of people think it's fruit. So see,
I would have guessed it. If we weren't having this conversation, I would have spelled it correctly. FRUIC.
Right. Yeah. So yeah, a lot of people
since we're
think
like deep into like conspiracies, I just spelled it like differently just to get it right.
Yeah. Exactly. But yeah, no. So I think a lot of it can be explained away like that. But there's certain things that like I vividly remember. Like seeing that picture.
It happened.
Yeah. Well, it's actually Shazam. Shazam was a Shaquille O'Neal movie, so people think that's why it kind of got mixed up.
I wonder. We have to look it up. I think I could probably explain it. I wonder if First Kid with Sinbad came out in the same year and weekend as Kazam, and people just kind of.
Now, one thing that I saw, I read online, was that on the VHS tape for First Kid. Oh no, it was either on the First Kid or on the Kazam tape. There was a trailer for the other one before the movie started, so that could definitely be a big part of it.
But like, First Kid is like a childhood classic. It's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, it's a great movie.
I love that movie.
But yeah, so I think a lot of it could be explained away. But like I don't know, like I've seen that picture of King Henry.
We'll have to look into it more. We'll have our listeners look into it more. There's definitely, I mean, if it hasn't been solved by now, then something is fucked up. But we don't want to drag it on too long. So next time too, with these segments, we're also gonna have like straight up conspiracy theories, like moon landings and Russia stuff. And
I just saw this one and it was just so like interesting.
Yeah, that one was fascinating. I'm happy we talked about that because I totally forgot that Sinbad Shazam didn't exist. Yeah. That's crazy. But that's a new segment. We're gonna keep delving into new conspiracy theories every now and then. It'll be fun. So that's the show. So Tones, you got any post show thoughts?
No, I'm just no.
Yeah, you had a nice day off. You built yourself a scarecrow. We'll keep you posted on the scarecrow.
Yes,
please leave us a name. Vote for a name of the scarecrow that you want to see.
Please.
So thanks for tuning in. Have yourself a hell of a Wednesday. We'll talk to you one of these days before Saturday. I hope either tomorrow or Friday. We'll figure it out. We'll get you an episode. I'll see you on a Saturday show too. Have a great day, everybody.